I'm General Glenn Walters, United States Marine Corps retired, and I serve as the president of the Citadel. Congratulations on your receiving acceptance to my alma mater. Our mighty Citadel is a special place. We demand hard work and selflessness and a desire to join others equally committed to becoming principal leaders. Our graduates apply the lessons learned here for service in our armed forces and every other professional field. All Citadel graduates share a universal commitment to lead and serve, and our bonds to one another are unlike any other alumni. Your acceptance is the first step towards wearing this ring of gold and joining the long gray line of proud graduates who took the road less traveled. Welcome to the Citadel. I hope to meet you and your family soon as you start your journey. Our mighty Citadel. These words have a special meaning because they make us think about what's special about our college. And they make us think about the task at hand and what we can do to preserve what is special about this college, while also taking the steps necessary to make sure that this college and what it stands for will stand forever. We are a mighty Citadel with a sacred mission to educate and develop principal leaders for all walks of life. The values-based education we offer here is more important now than it ever has been. To stand forever, we must preserve the traditions that make the Citadel such a special place. The traditions of service, challenge, resilience, and camaraderie.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Citadel's Cadet Academic Webinar Series. Today we'll be exploring the following Citadel majors: biology, chemistry, and nursing. My name is Seamus Gillen. I'm a member of the Citadel's class of 1996, and I serve as Associate Director of Admissions. I would also like to introduce my counterpart, Josh Simon, class of 2008, who will be assisting on the technical side of tonight's event. Since our founding in 1842, the mission of the Citadel has been to forge and deliver principled leaders into the world. Whether as commissioned officers in our 4 service branches or as civilian leaders in business or education, Citadel graduates carry the cadet banner of honor, duty, and respect into the world. Tonight, we will meet 3 Citadel cadets representing each specific major. Our cadets have unique stories to tell. We will learn why they chose the Citadel, which specific major attracted them, as well as how these academic experiences have cumulatively prepared them to reach their goals. This program will conclude with faculty-led Zoom breakout meetings for each of the branches, each of the departments. These Zoom links will be posted in the comments section at the right side of your screen at the conclusion of this segment. In addition, our viewers will receive both a text and an email 30 minutes after the program ends. Viewers will be asked to complete a quick and easy form. It'll take you 15 seconds to ensure the accurate delivery of your Citadel Class of 2025 pennants. These were exclusively designed for these events. All right, let's jump in. We're going to meet our guests. The first panelist of the evening is Ansley Pansari, a biology major from Augusta, Georgia. Cadet Pansari serves as the 2nd Battalion Commander and was drawn to the Citadel because of her father, who inspired her to apply to the Citadel. Fundamentally, Cadet Pansari chose the Citadel because it was something both quite different and challenging. Cadet Pansari is active with the following academic organizations: the Pre-Health Society, Phi Kappa Phi Honor Society. She has earned both Dean's List and Gold Stars and is enrolled in the Citadel's Honors Program. Upon graduation, Cadet Pansari will be attending medical school to become an orthopedic surgeon. Congratulations on your continuing success, Cadet Pansari, and welcome to the program.
Thank you very much, sir. Happy to be here.
Glad to have you. Our next panelist is Cadet Catherine Manzione, a senior nursing BSN major who hails from Newbury Park, California. Cadet Manzione serves as the Regimental Human Affairs Officer and also served as the Athletic Cadre Company Commander during the first semester. Cadet Manzione chose the Citadel for the opportunity to get an outstanding education and to enroll in an emerging 4-year BSN nursing program. Other key elements to her decision were based upon the historic opportunity to grow as a leader and gain that critical managerial skill needed to excel in the competitive workplace, which is medicine. It'd be important to note that she also had a 4.0 last semester. We're going to talk more on that. Jumping into this academic front, Cadet Manzione has achieved Dean's List, Gold Stars, and again, that 4.0 GPA last semester, which is just outstanding. Upon graduation, Cadet Manzione plans to pass the NCLEX and begin work as a registered nurse in either an intensive care unit or an emergency room environment. Her long-term goals include becoming a flight nurse and earning a doctorate in nursing practice. Cadet Manzione, congratulations on your achievements thus far, and welcome to the program.
Good evening, sir. Thank you.
And lastly, we have Cadet Evans Banks, who's a chemistry major who hails from Morrisville, North Carolina. Cadet Banks is a hardworking knob, a freshman here at the Citadel, and he's an F Troop. He chose the Citadel because of his interest in military leadership experience, as well as the Citadel's highly respected academic outcomes. Upon graduation, Cadet Banks plans to attend dental school and possibly pursue a Navy contract. Cadet Banks is also here on a full academic ride, which is pretty outstanding. He serves as secretary of the American Chemical Society here. This is a club on campus. On the academic front, Cadet Banks, in his first full semester here, achieved both Dean's List and Gold Stars. That's pretty outstanding, and that's a great way to kick off your career here. He's currently active in faculty-led chemistry departmental research projects, and that's going to continue this summer. Cadet Banks, welcome to the program and continue the hard work you put in so far.
Thank you, sir.
Being a cadet here at the Citadel is not an easy task. It's demanding, and it requires 18-plus credit hour semester loads traditionally. This is in addition to the responsibilities, and you're going to learn about the many responsibilities these cadets have, including Cadet Banks. It's a challenging place to be, but it's a great place to be from. That's what you'll hear often. But Cadets Pansari, Manzione, and Banks, we appreciate you taking time out of your very busy schedules to be with us tonight. We appreciate that. I think it's appropriate to bring to kick off our journey tonight to talk about where the Citadel begins and ends. The first year, Cadet Banks is in the downslope on this year, which is a great achievement. It won't be long. There's a few short weeks between now and Recognition Day, and I know you're excited about that. But we're going to watch a video that ceremonially shows the culmination of the hard work that our freshmen put in to learn leadership and practice it in a team environment. It's very demanding, but we're going to watch this video now. Cadet Banks, you're right in the thick of battle here with Recognition Day only a few weeks away. I'm going to start with you. Can you share with the audience what you're thinking about when you see this video? You have to be pretty excited. Share your thoughts on what you're thinking about Recognition Day, which is only a few weeks away.
I'm super excited, sir. It's been a long way, and though it's just a short way away, we still got a lot to prepare. But we are super excited for the challenge, and the challenge ready to move on into leadership roles as corporals, even cabaret corporals. I know, especially my classmates, were super duper excited to move on and really get to show our achievements and join the Corps.
Well, I can tell you that I know that the upperclassmen are looking forward to recognizing you guys. It's a unique year, to say the least. You've been subjected to challenges that no previous class in the history of this college has been subjected to, but you've successfully navigated this. And this is a lot of discipline, a lot of detail, and a lot of focus on selflessness. And that's really been the persevering keys, the protocols we've employed. But it's a testament to your class so far, Mr. Banks. So good work on that. Cadets Pansari and Manzione, it's been a little bit longer from that time to now. When you look back, what do you feel when you see that video?
Brings back a lot of memories. That was a good time. It was a tough day, but it was a lot of fun. And it was just a nice culmination of the difficulty of now here and just kind of moving forward. So it was fun, a lot of fun memories.
It brings back a lot of memories and emotions as well. As I see that video, I think of where I was when I was in Mr. Banks' shoes, those weeks leading up to it. Everyone's so excited, nervous as well, because, you don't really know what's coming until you're there. But the thing is, you're with your family, that company and that battalion, and the whole school comes together in this big event, and everyone is just putting so much of their hard work that was done throughout the year, and it's coming down to this day, and everyone's just so relieved and happy and proud of each other. I think that's a huge thing.
It's going to leave an indelible mark on you, Mr. Banks. That's the simple way to put it. It's a great day, and it's hard earned. So keep up the hard work you put in. The video we watched definitely showcases the transformative nature that the Citadel has on the leadership and discipline side of the training. But what it doesn't showcase, and this is really the focal point of our conversations tonight, is how candidates arrive at the Citadel and successfully transition to the academic demands of this environment. I'm going to start with you, Cadet Banks. It seems appropriate. Can you share with the audience your own experiences on how you made the adjustment from a high school senior to successfully achieving Gold Stars last semester, which is an extraordinary achievement? First of all, start with what it means to earn Dean's List and what it means to earn Gold Stars, and then progress into that transition that occurred from high school to the Citadel.
So Gold Stars and Dean List are both based on GPA. Dean's List, I believe, is a 3.2. Gold Stars is a 3.7 or higher. Dean's List and Gold Stars you wear on your parade uniforms or leave uniforms, and they're really just to show your academic achievements. And for me, coming into college, it was a little bit scary at first. I tried hard in high school, but I definitely spent the time at nights during our ESP periods, or evening study periods, really putting in the work, really preparing for class, making sure I'm ahead, and just working hard to get those good grades. Yes, sir.
One of the critical elements of that is that for our viewers to understand is that in all three of these majors and across the entire spectrum of majors at the Citadel, we afford our cadets each and every ESP night, which is Sunday through Thursday, all the resources that are necessary to get the help you need to be successful. Not everyone's going to be as prepared in different segments of their academic training to meet those challenges. And one of the things that the academic officers that are assigned in each of the companies, one of their key responsibilities is ensuring that freshmen like Mr. Banks here find their way to help. And that is an abundant resource here at the Citadel. Help is never far away. So that's an important critical piece. Making good use of your time is the other one. Evening study period is a focused time that culturally everyone gets down and hunkers down. Our athletes hunker down. Non-athletes, whether they're going in the military, doesn't matter. It's a cultural norm here to put the work in to be academically successful. Was this not easy? It's not easy at all. In fact, we're going to transition now. I'm going to talk a little bit about the work balance, that the life work balance that our cadets experience. We have a great panelist to demonstrate some of this with because of the extraordinary places that she's been successful. She has been highly involved and invested in Division I sports here at the Citadel. She's been highly involved in the academic front. She had a 4.0 last semester that demonstrates this attention to detail. And the other component is leadership. She's had important leadership roles that have been formative and impactful. So we're going to watch a quick video before I dive into the next series of questions.
I first started playing soccer when I was 4. I was like, this is the sport for me. I love the competition and the aggression that I can just take out on the field. I'm Kate Manzione, and I play center back for the Citadel soccer team. So our team is known for having heart and being gritty and getting after it and being physical. And that's something that our opponents really take into account, and they are never stepping up to the field thinking that this is going to be an easy game. It's always physical. It's always a battle, and that's what I love about my team. Being the last line of defense is really important because it's just you and the goalie at the end of the day. She relies on me, I rely on her, and that's a bond that is really special on the field. I can come into this locker room and know that there are 30 girls in this locker room that would do anything for me, and I would do anything for them. Being a leader on the field and being a leader in the Corps is really similar because you're not only a team on the field, literally, but you're also a team in the Corps. I mean, your company, your squad, your platoon, you're all a team. The whole Corps is a team. And the leadership that I saw in the Corps really helped me to be a leader on the field. I've seen myself change in so many ways. The person that I was 3 years ago wouldn't recognize the person that I was today, and I'm extremely proud of that. I really grew as a person as well as a player. What keeps me motivated as a leader is knowing that I'm training my replacement, and I want that replacement to be better than I was before. I have potential to be something greater than I am, and that's what I'm really reaching for.
A 4.0 last semester, Division I athlete, Regimental Human Affairs Officer. How on earth are you able to achieve this balance? Let me start there.
Yes, sir. It's definitely not just me that goes into my success. I think that it has a lot to do with the fundamental training that I got as a knob. I mean, Mr. Banks can attest to it. I think that the time management that you learn as a knob is crucial to your success in the next 3 years that you're going to face, and beyond the Citadel as well in your career. And that's something that I'll forever be thankful for, because my peers aren't necessarily learning the same thing at other colleges, as well as going back to the cultural norm of success and what that means. Academic success in the battalion is very important. We're rewarded for doing well in academics and physical training and drill and those types of things. So it's a constant effort to be better than you were yesterday, to get that 1% better every day, as well as the cultural norm on our team to be the best academically, because if you're not proficient in academics, then you're not going to be proficient on the field, because you can't play if you're not proficient in academics. So our coach is very pro academics. He says school comes first. At the end of the day, you're getting a degree, and that degree is going to help you be successful outside of the school. So he's very, very dedicated to helping us outside of school, and the nursing department as well. We have a lot of faculty that will stay after with us. We have nursing advisors that will help us as well. And unique to the athletic department, we have academic advisors for our first year, and then we can utilize them beyond the first year as well. So that's a lot of resources to use, and it's important to utilize those. And that's basically what I've done to be successful, is use what the Citadel has given me.
It's important to note that all of our Division I athletes, if you're looking at schools and we have any athletes who are in this population who are watching tonight, is that the Citadel is unique. In Division I sports, our athletes graduate at the same rate as non-athletes, which is exceptionally high. And that is a proof positive of the cultural expectations. The coaches buy into this idea of wanting to see you successful on and off the field. And ultimately that begins and ends with grades and performance. And as you mentioned very coherently, the leadership and the discipline that goes into being successful academically translates into different places. Time management, invested time, mentorship you've talked about, not only on the advising side from faculty, but also the cadets down. All those things are intrinsically important. So thank you very much for sharing that. I'm going to move to Cadet Pansari. The Citadel carries a long-standing benchmark of successfully landing graduating cadets in medical school. The biology department has a great track record of this. This includes your father, of all people, my classmate, Dr. Matthew Pansari. How are you preparing for this outcome? What support have you found from faculty to achieve this end?
So the Citadel's done a great job of giving me mentors left and right, just individuals that know the route to medical school and understand the classes that I need to be taking and the ways I need to be preparing for the MCAT, the medical college admission test, as well as good schools for me to apply to. And they're also willing to help me write my essays and my letters, and they're offering to write me letters of recommendation, which is so incredible. I think even in high school, I never experienced an advisor so willing to help me get into a school and into a graduate program. So this is really amazing that people are so invested in my future and invested in my success.
I think one of the things that you'll discover, and I share this with both of our seniors particularly, is that the translation, when you get sucked into the vacuum of life beyond the Citadel, and it's fast moving those first few years particularly, there's an alumni network of old folks like me who are waiting to assist and provide whatever connective resource we can. This is a passionate college, people who wear this ring that we wear. And I know our seniors are carrying those rings. Your right hand's a little bit heavier now, which is great. There it is. It means something to us, and it's the contract of expectation, and it starts with that honor, duty, respect concept that we've talked about previously. I'm going to move on now to our freshman panelist, Cadet Banks. You're considering a Navy contract. You came to the Citadel on a full academic ride, which is a huge, huge achievement. Tell us why you're looking at both dental school and also considering possibly a Navy contract.
Yes, sir. So I came in with a full academic ride, but that doesn't mean that after undergraduate school, I can't go to graduate school. And I've always had an interest in dental school and orthodontia. Even past that, I did an internship during my high school years with my local orthodontist, and I found a true passion and interest to that. But just because I have an academic scholarship doesn't mean I can't get academic help after in graduate school. And so I'm planning on doing a Navy contract for a direct line commission, using their help to get my graduate degree in dental school and then serve as a dentist. Yes, sir.
How was your experience in chemistry, in the chemistry department, which is a very tight-knit community there? How has that been preparing you? And this is, again, an early stage for you for that dental school pursuit. Have you made that known to faculty?
Yes, sir, I have. I have one advisor, one teacher, but that doesn't mean that all the teachers don't join in and help. I have spoken to almost all of the chemistry teachers here, all of them teaching different classes. So I know the classes I need to be taking throughout my 4 years. I've got a plan all set up. And they're also helping me set up internships or possible studies that I can do to help myself be a better candidate for graduate school and dental school.
Outstanding, Mr. Banks. Thank you for that information. I'm going to move to you, Cadet Manzione. As one of our pioneering nursing students, which is awesome, you clearly enjoy serving others selflessly. You've done that on and off the field, and you keep challenging yourself to grow. How are you preparing to pass the NCLEX? And can you share with our audience what that test is? I need to educate myself on what that test is.
Yes, sir. So the NCLEX is the National Council Licensure Exam. So basically it's the board exam. It's like the MCAT, but for nursing. So the nursing department is really unique because we are a new program, and it is a relatively small program, which is something that I have found that I really enjoy because it's one-on-one, small classes. You're really, going at your speed, but you're also getting that crucial education that you need to become a nurse, and combining the leadership aspects from the Citadel and applying that into my clinical practices that I've experienced thus far has really shown to help in my favor, because the other nurses that I'm working with will, say, hey, wow, you have great leadership skills. Do you go to the Citadel? And that means something to them. So having that reputation of the Citadel on my scrubs and them seeing that already says something when I walk in, and it gives them trust that I will get the task done. So to prepare for the NCLEX exam, we have an NCLEX class. So we have a Kaplan program, which is basically a software that we will go into, and it'll do one-on-one individualized review for us. So we've been doing that all year. And usually programs really don't start until graduation. A lot of programs don't help you prepare for the exam until after graduation. So I think that this program is really proactive in our approach, making sure that we're confident once we reach that exam. So that's really something that I find unique and is really helpful.
For our audience out there watching tonight, one of the things I want to share with you also is something to expect, a benchmark of sorts. A 12-to-1 student-faculty ratio is really, really important, and it should be a very pivotal consideration point for you, is that we have maintained this ratio for long before I even came to the Citadel, and that's a long time ago. It is something, again, that we believe is fundamental to the transmission of that information and the relationships that are fostered with the advocacy that our faculty advisors provide the cadets, and also that learning environment. When you're in labs and when you're consulting with faculty, when they have the time to engage you and they know who you are and they know what your aspirations are and they know that you play Division I soccer, that is all helpful. It helps complete the picture and helps give really, really timely and useful advice. So that's a keen part of it for our viewers to take consideration of. This is not a cosmopolitan environment where you're in a 101 with 300 people. You're going to be known every day. Freshmen sometimes want to avoid that, but it's part of the DNA and the lifestyle here at the Citadel is the academics demand that you participate actively in your future. And you're rewarded when you do. So those are key pieces of information. I've got one final personalized question for Cadet Pansari now before we go to a follow-up with all of our cadets. I want to share this now. You're preparing on the MCAT side. You're the 2nd Battalion Commander. I want you to share with our audience what that entails. How many people are you in charge of? And with the excellence that you have maintained for this, what are the things that you've learned, maybe the things you've learned in your leadership development that have been instrumental to the success you've had academically to get where you are?
Yes, sir. So roughly I'm in charge of about 500 cadets, give or take a few. And so 2nd Battalion is pretty big and it's a good time. But this year, I think I've learned a lot of things and specifically a lot of time management skills that have translated into my academic field. I think there's a lot of different concepts I've got to balance and different responsibilities. I need to make sure I spend adequate time on each one. And I think making sure that I can balance my leadership responsibilities with academic responsibilities as well. That's been something pivotal to this year. But I think also I've learned a lot of skills in my time as 2nd Battalion Commander that will translate into my profession as a physician. Hopefully, I think a lot of the people skills and a lot of the leadership traits that I have inherited through my time at the school, I'm hopeful and I do believe that it'll translate into the medical field as well.
I think it goes without saying in fact, we have 3 folks that are considering medicine, which is awesome. I think that one of the things that is so important, especially in today's time-demanded environment, is that giving attention to your patients is really important. Really hearing them. And I think good leaders do this. And that's demonstrated with all 3 of you, that you listen and you carefully assess. You have to manage time. You have to make sure that there's ample time to do the things you need to do on a daily basis. But there is an attention to detail with respect to engaging people. That is leadership born here at the Citadel, is that good leaders can listen effectively. And certainly in medicine, that's a key piece where good physicians tend to have that ear and listen carefully and are able to do that. So congratulations again on all the hard work you put in to be in that room, that special room. Give a quick pan, show people what you're rewarded with when you're a battalion commander. It's a little larger than the standard cadet room.
I've got a nice couch. Let's see. Here it is. There's a bathroom in the back, and I've got a closet over in the corner over there. It's very nice. Definitely a treat.
Cadet Manzione mentioned earlier that you're rewarded for hard work. Charleston's part of that, so are the rooms. So if you work hard and this is for you, Mr. Banks, if you want to be a battalion commander, there's an aspiration there. Put the hard work in and you get a nice room and overlooking the parade field there. But you are rewarded here with good work. And we're going to be talking soon with career services. And that's ultimately where you want it to land. It's not the room necessarily. It's where you're going next. That being a longtime employee of the Citadel, one of the greatest things I get to see is where our cadets launch and where they go and the things they do. So this is an aspirational place where dreams are met with hard work. So I'm going to end with this final question before we move to the next piece of our presentation tonight. And that is talking about academic preparation. Seniors are in a different gear. These three majors are intense. They're small. I was an English major here like your father, Ansley, which was equally small. And the great thing I take away from that is the friendships and the relationships I had in that. But I think for our viewers, that's a key piece. But maybe share some advice to avoid pitfalls when you first arrive here on the academic front in both biology, chemistry, and in nursing. What are the things that you would advise them to keep focused on so they don't fall into a traditional college pitfall, so to speak?
Yes, sir. I think specifically in the biology department, there are so many professors willing to give you all of their time and willing to set up meetings with you and just give you all of their office hours so you can go and speak with them and get help if you need it. And I think one of the biggest things that made academic success possible here was making sure that you prioritize your schoolwork over everything else. I think cadet responsibilities and athletic responsibilities, speaking for Kate, I think it all can pile on itself, but as long as you prioritize your academics and you make sure that you spend time with your professors and your advisors, I think that's setting up for success.
Outstanding. Anyone else?
Yes, sir. I'd have to say, don't be afraid to fail, because there's so many people around you that will give you the resources. Like Ansley was saying, your classmates are there for you. Outside, I've gone to biology majors and chemistry majors and seeked help in those classes that I've struggled with. So I would say that the school really prioritizes camaraderie and just understanding that we're here to help everyone succeed. So just don't be afraid to fail, because there's always someone to pick you up.
Outstanding. Cadet Banks, it still remains to be determined. You got a long way to go. Keep working hard, buddy.
Yes, sir.
We're going to transition now. Josh? Employment is a key part of the outcome here at the Citadel. We work really hard in the admissions. It begins with admissions and it ends with career services. And in fact, career services takes the grade all 4 years here at the Citadel. Return on investment is what your parents are interested in. If parents are watching tonight, it's a really, really important piece of this. And we're really proud of our results. Within 3 months of graduation, typically it's better than 90%. It can be better than 90% traditionally. Employed in professional opportunities, which is just amazing. But we're going to hear more about where the rubber meets the road on the return on investment side. And we're going to meet the director of career services via video and then meet one of her staff members. We're going to hear from Paige Tisdale right now, director.
There's never a day where I'm not excited about educating students on opportunities. I'm Paige Tisdale. I'm director of the Citadel Career Center. So I think because I really enjoy what I do, I hope to empower students to be able to find that, because a lot of people don't find it right out. It's not something that you just often fall into, right? Sometimes your path is a little windy. And I'm lucky that I have found it, and so I want to empower students to do the same thing, to find something they're passionate about. I think young people have a lot of options. Obviously, coming to the Citadel is a very tough choice, and life at the Citadel is not easy. And so if you're choosing to come here, I think you're already buying in from day one that, I'm going to work really, really hard for the end goal. Not just the ring and not just to graduate, but partnering with us, that professional end goal. And so it's a very personal thing to me. Sometimes I get a little bit of pushback of, hey, you can't reach everybody. And I guess my response to that is, why not? To me, that's the reason that a career center exists. And so I grew up understanding and really loving the Citadel and knowing what it was all about, and really our mission to educate principled leaders. I believe in that, and I believe what we're doing here. And what I would say is that the employers, they buy into. So I'm really, really passionate about getting students connected early, planting the seed, looping back around sophomore year, junior year, so they're exploring, preparing, and engaging all along. So I'm passionate about it because if students start early, it really helps them get connected to career outcomes the day they walk across the stage.
We now have the opportunity to briefly meet Susan Pope, who's the internship coordinator in career services, and she's joined by Cadet Rourke, who's also an intern. He's learning some of the ropes there in human resources, so that's the great news there. Susan, welcome to the program. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Good evening. John is here as my left-hand man, I guess. I guess we should have switched it around. But after watching all of this, good gracious, that's the inspiration to come to work every day. It's wonderful to work at an institution where you're in 5 of the top 10 rankings, plus even more. But to hear the journeys that our students have taken, it's very inspiring. It motivates us to do our work. And what career services is about, you've heard a little bit, and we have the privilege of working with Paige Tisdale here at the Career Center. We encourage, empower, and educate students so that they can become an active participant in their professional success. One of the mantras that we use, it's our main one here in Career Services, is prepare, plan, and engage, also explore. And we do that through internships, through job opportunities. We provide events such as a career fair each semester. We help students prep, you've already heard about this, for graduate school. Perhaps some of you are interested in pursuing a medical profession. So we're here to assist in that, along with our academic colleagues across campus. But we have a lot to offer, and I thought it would be great for you to hear directly from John. He also works in our department, in our office, so he's building his resume right now, developing these skill sets that are much needed in the workforce. So John, mention a couple of things that students, potential students, can consider in utilizing this summer, their time while they're home this summer, and then what to prepare for as they enter their freshman year.
Yeah, so definitely I'm very grateful for the opportunity to be working with career services. Just coming in as a knob, you're going to realize that time is going to be taken so much, and the last thing on your mind is going to be upon graduation and finding that job that's going to really set you up towards your future. But it all starts now, and the same thing is previously mentioned with the academic resources. Career services has an abundant amount of resources, and constantly throughout every year they're going to be reaching out, explaining what there is to offer, and it just takes those proactive skills to reach out to us, come find that help. And the alumni network is amazing, and that transition as well in the workforce, and they're looking to hire Citadel students. So it starts with your summers leading up to joining college. No matter what type of work that is, a part-time job or internship, even if it's at a grocery store or gas station, you're getting those people skills. You're doing something to set you apart on your resume and stand out. So that way, when you do come and transition into college, you continue to work hard, build your skills, and further your own portfolio.
Great. Thanks for sharing those words of wisdom. He's halfway through. He's a sophomore, majoring in Crim J. So we're excited to see what the rest of his journey looks like and where he'll launch. But it is a return on investment. You know, to pay or to attend an institution of higher ed right now is a huge investment for you, your parents, your family, and there are lots of options and ways that you can find that financial support. But we want you to get a return on that investment, and to do that, we want you to utilize the services that are right here within reach. There's no better time than to be a college student and have all of these resources so close and so available. So we encourage you to use career services when you're here, as well as other services across campus. In addition, when you come to the Citadel, there are several different tracks you might consider. You may want to head straight into an employment offer, or you may decide you want to commission and contract with the military. We are the Military College of South Carolina. And it could also include graduate school, maybe on to med school. So we're here to provide the guidance and the information that will be helpful to you along your career journey so that you're better prepared for whatever that might lead to. And we hope you'll come see us. We'll be on the lookout for you in the fall. It'll be here before we know it. And we're so glad you joined us tonight.
Susan, thank you so much. And Cadet Rourke, thank you for the imparting words. And again, one of the things that I share with our audience here is that the really awesome thing about this college is that this ring, this network, this community genuinely cares about outcomes. When you invest time, you reap tremendous rewards. That return on investment is an investment that you make initially, and then you're paid back with dividends the remainder of your days if you adhere to the ideas that are encapsulated in the ring that we wear. So it's a rewarding place to be. It's a hard place. It's going to challenge you to grow. And the Career Services Department is there every step of the way to ensure that you're on the correct pathway for people who change mind. If they change majors or aspirations, we pivot and tack the ship into that new wind and find ways to get you traction quickly. So that's an important note there. I'm going to ask everyone to stick around here briefly, but I'm going to show one final video that, again, I think encapsulates what it means to be a Citadel cadet and Citadel graduate, is that there's an intrinsic trait that all of us have, and that is simply that we have grit. All right, folks, welcome back. We're going to get you quickly on your way. There's a couple little housekeeping bits. Obviously, some of the Zoom links, just make sure you focus on the ones that have been shortened a little bit. Sometimes Zoom creates these extraordinarily long ones, so we had to make some amendments there. But obviously, look for your respective major. There is a Zoom link there. If you have issues, stay here and make sure you signal that issue on the comment section, and we'll make sure we get you what you need to get where you're going. Also, a reminder that 30 minutes after the program ends, we're going to be sending an email and a text message to you guys and gals out there to make sure you pick up that Citadel pennant. That form is a piece of cake to fill out, but it ensures accurate delivery. And for those of you who have not visited the campus, we are open. We obviously maintain social distancing, and we ensure that everyone has to be masked up at all times while they're on campus. But we have a large welcome center that allows us to provide that spacing to give cadet-led tours of campus and to answer a lot of critical questions. It gives you an opportunity to see Charleston, which is an amazing part of this. This is where the cadets recharge their batteries. It's the Tesla plugging in. This is an amazing town. But for the visit requirements and requests, prenob.com is where you go. You can sign up for everything from individualized Zoom to virtual reality or virtual visits. And then, of course, we can accommodate you during spring break or any other time that works for your family to get down to Charleston and see us. We want to see you. We want to show you this campus and get you geared and ready for what's to come in the fall. So, again, make sure you're taking the time now to take a look at those Zoom links and grab on that. But we want to thank all of our participants, our cadet panelists. I'd ask you to please follow your respective Zoom links as well. If you have time to participate and share a little more in that faculty-led environment, that would be great. But again, we appreciate everyone being with us tonight, and we look forward to seeing you. If you have issue, make comment on that down below, and we'll get you squared away. Thanks, everyone, and appreciate you being here. Go Dogs.